What's up? How you doing? Here we are. Beautiful night. Beautiful night. Very peaceful out here. You know, nighttime your voice carries, so I don't want to talk too loud. But it's the weekend. It's over. I remember being a kid and Friday, very excited. You know, you had the whole weekend to look forward to. Friday night, still very excited. You had that nice Saturday, cartoons in the morning, all kind of fun throughout the day. Then Sunday would roll around and you were still a little bit happy. Saturday nights, though, I was happy. Love Boat, Fantasy Island. Before that, the Donnie and Marie show would come on. And then Saturday morning, I'd wake up nice and early. Cartoons, fresh tea. Then Sunday was one of those quiet days. Everything was closed. Nothing was happening. Maybe a drive with your family somewhere. But it was one of those days you were kind of settling in for the next day to go back to school. So that's the way it was. Now, I still like Fridays and Saturdays, but I don't feel that let down on Sunday. Plus, things are open all the time now. That's good tea. So, I was thinking today about that show Taxi. Came out in the late 70s all the way through to the early 80s. And I love shows like that New York vibe. The theme song, what a good theme song. You feel it inside, it was such a good theme song. But I enjoyed shows like that, and like I said, it had that New York vibe. Kind of like The Odd Couple. I loved The Odd Couple. The Odd Couple was one of those shows that would put me in a pensive mood. I would think about life. As a kid, I would sit there and I would listen to the theme, and then I'd watch the show and I would be like, where are we? What's going on here? Where did I pop out from? I had no idea about the mechanics of all that stuff. And I remember, thinking as if somebody had just, put me in existence that moment. Like, what's going on here? Where are we? What does this mean? What's this? I had this feeling inside, like I was watching the show and that was the next thing that you become as an adult. But I thought adulthood was a long ways off. Little did I know that it's rapid, but it's only rapid once you get there. So, but I love that show Taxi. I had a friend, still have that friend, number one cab driver in America and maybe even the world, Charlie DiGiovanni, ace cab driver. And I met him by accident. Came home, got off the train, had no money, zero, nothing. And I started walking home. Good 8-mile walk from the train station to my house. As this long and winding road, as the Beatles would sing about, and I'm on this road and it's dark, and all of a sudden I can see headlights approaching, but I thought they were going to pass me. All of a sudden they pull up behind me and I turn around, it's a cab. Guy rolls down the window. He's like, you need a ride? I said, I need a ride, but I don't have any money. He said, don't worry about it, get in. So he said, where you going? I told him. And I said to him, I'll pay you back. I just don't have the money right now. And he's like, let me tell you something. He said to me during World War II, once the war ended, he came back, same train station, same situation, was out of money, was walking down the same road. And this cab driver, female cab driver, stopped, picked him up and gave him a ride home. The exact same situation. And he said to me, I've been driving this road for decades looking for this exact situation as a payback. Because he said, I didn't have money and she didn't take money from me even after. So he said, if I ever found anybody on this road that was in this kind of a situation, I would give them a ride to their home free of charge. And he did. And me and Charlie DiGiovanni, we became really good friends. Charlie DiGiovanni. Still driving, way into his 70s, and every once in a while he'll give me a call, and once a year we reunite. It's me, Charlie DiGiovanni, my good friend Filiatro, who owns Tranquility Lounge, Stivoletti, Kamchatko, my barber. Am I leaving someone out? That's it. We reunite, we have a good dinner, we talk about, the good old days. Nothing beats the feeling you get when you discuss the good old days with people that lived with you during the good old days. Yeah, Filiatro, beautiful restaurant, great steak, amazing. Stivoletti works in Greenland. He's a tour guide, shows people around. Kamchatko, been cutting hair 50 something years now, and still cutting. Over there on England Street, been there in the same location for decades. Yeah, good people, Charlie Giovanni. I forget how many miles. He told me one time last year, he said, you know how many miles I've driven throughout my career as a cab driver? It was crazy amount of miles. It's like going from here to the moon a few times. But passionate, about what they do. They enjoy what they do, especially Charlie Giovanni, but Kamchatko too. And I'm a big fan of barbershops, especially the old ones. Yep. I've been getting my hair cut. Well, not now, but in the past at Kamchatko's for a good 20 plus years. I always have this thing about barbershops. I like going into the old ones, the ones that have a ton of stuff in the counter, underneath, on top, different products, different names, all that. And of course I want to see the diploma, the diploma from the Barbershop Association of America or whatever. I don't like these new barbershops that have everything spotless. There's nowhere to look. You gotta keep looking at yourself in the mirror. I don't like to do that. I want to have eye candy, different aftershaves, different powders, different straight blades, different buzzers hanging upside down. So that's what I like to see in a barbershop. And I want to see the uniform. Get that, long dress shirt on. Maybe they have their name here. Yep, I know when a barber is good. And you know when you sit down in the chair and you can feel the experience in their hands, and they only hit that one spot one time. They're not that good when they keep going back to fix it a little bit more. Kamchatko goes one time, cuts it, and then moves on. Never goes back again. He gets it right the first time. So it's very quiet. I mean, occasionally you hear a car go by, and that's about it. Had Chinese food tonight. Delicious. Nice place, busy. Delicious. And I'm getting better with the chopsticks. Remember years ago, I went to I've eaten Chinese food even before, years ago. I've been eating Chinese food for, a very long time, but I've always used a fork. And then we started going out to these fancier places where they give you chopsticks and you have to ask for a fork, and then you say, I'm not going to ask, I'm just going to use the chopsticks. And they were falling out of my hands like nails. So now I figured out the system. I got it down. Only took, 100 years. But I got it down. I'm able to pick up the rice, noodles and everything. I love food from around the world. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, and that's becoming a common phrase here, but Indian food, Greek food, Mexican food, Japanese food, I love it. It's like I could have it, not in any particular order, any order. I could have it every day of the week. I shuffle it around. I could have Indian on Monday, Greek on Tuesday, Mexican on Wednesday and Thursday. I could have Japanese on Friday. Some of that teriyaki chicken teriyaki. Maybe haggis. Have some haggis on Saturday. Haggis takes guts, literally. Haggis. But I never knew how good Indian food was until and soul food too. I'm a big fan of soul food. I didn't know what that was. I knew the name, but I didn't know exactly what it was. Then a friend of mine one day, he was going out to lunch, and he says, you want to go get some lunch? I said, sure. So he took me to a soul food place, and he goes, I'll order it. And he did. It was amazing. Good stuff. You don't know what you're missing until you try it. I'm not that kind of guy with a one culture food guy. No, I like different things on different days. Man, that's so good. But Indian food, I thought was like, this is before I had it, I thought it's like, chopped up eyeballs, a little bit of brain diced up in a soup, and it's not really anything like that. I was watching too much Indiana Jones. Yeah, Indian food is so delicious. Chicken biryani, chicken curry, tandoori chicken, delicious. The amount of spices that go into that. I've watched people cook Indian food, and it's very intense. Got to, keep putting spices in different things, and I didn't even know what cardamom was. But I love Indian food. I love it. Mexican food. Can't get enough of it. And my kids are the same way. They eat food from all over the world. You're missing out if you don't try different things. Different things. He still has them wrapped up. See that? But the Hulk, no problem. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna make some more tea. I'm waiting for some laundry to finish. I'm gonna put it in the dryer, and then I'm gonna go to bed. It's late. After midnight. That means it's Monday. After midnight. Eric Clapton. That's it. Ciao.